All right, then I'd like to call this meeting to order and ask everybody to rise for the pledge. Mr. Timniak, will you lead us in the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. First item up is the minutes. May I have
I'll make a motion.
to accept? Thank you. A second?
Second.
Any further comment or changes?
I have none.
Look good. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, that's the minutes. Item 4, to hear, consider, and act upon any other business that shall properly come before this meeting. Any other business or comments at this time?
Does Ed, you want to go first? No, you want me to go first?
Yeah, no, I'll go. I just want to say it's been a pleasure to serve the taxpayers of Fairfield. It's been a very, I'll say, interesting experience. I encourage anybody that ever has a desire to volunteer and serve the town. This is a great chair to hold. It was a pleasure dealing with all the department heads, getting to know all the employees, and to hear from constituents. And I genuinely tried to do the best I could, and I hope everyone was happy. And I look forward to volunteering down the road.
Yeah.
Mr. Timniak.
Thank you very much. You know, it's sort of humbling for me to sit here and think about the 4 years I've sat on the board. I was trying to figure out exactly how many meetings I've attended. It's probably around 200 or so over the 4-year period. Lots of stuff. I'm really happy we passed. I'm happy about the amount of due diligence we put into each individual item which came before the Board of Selectmen. One of the things I'm really excited for, and unfortunately I couldn't make it there today, is the rebuilding of Smith Richardson Golf Course, or clubhouse. That I'm actually thrilled about. I can't wait to go to the opening. I'm also thrilled that we were able to get the give a deal to the Cleban group so that we could open up the community theater this year too, which is a surprise. So I'm happy that happened under the last 4 years. I want to thank all the department heads who were so kind with their time and generous, who would reach out to me when something came on the agenda. They would respond back, answer any questions I had, and we tried to hash out a lot of stuff before the meeting so that the meetings could go smoothly. I want to thank you, Mike. I think you did a good job as the head of the town for the last 4 years. You guided these meetings with great respect, and I know sometimes we had heated issues. Some things were a little contentious. Some things I'll disagree with forever, I think. And I highlight that. The special election is something which I'll never really concede to that being the right move, but it happened. So we move on. One person, well, I need to thank a couple other people. My mom, who's watching at home, she's watched every one of these meetings. She was a tremendous help to me over the last 4 years. She is a constant source for me. Her knowledge of this town goes way, way back. There were times when items would be on the agenda, most recently the Old Post Road purchase for the library, where she would say, you can't do this for this reason, and bring back history going back to, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s. This person said this. That type of history is something which I hope to pass on to my kids. Speaking of kids, I'd be remiss if I didn't thank my kids. The last 4 years, the amount of public meetings I've had to attend and give up time, whether it's at Boy Scouts or Little League, oftentimes I talk to Mike and say, I got a Little League game I'm coaching. We've got to run through this as quickly as we can. And you were always generous with that. So I'm very grateful for my kids allowing me to do what I did for the last 4 years, and to that I have to thank my wife as well. It's not easy. There are lots of telephone calls at night from people you don't really know or you're getting to know for the first time, because an issue may not be important to, me personally, but it's important to someone who lives in a neighborhood which isn't close to my neighborhood. And, you want to act and you want to make sure that you're representing everybody in the town of Fairfield, because it's not just a neighborhood office. It's the Board of Selectmen. The town's been around for 380 years, founded in 1639. We've gone gone through an awful lot. We're going to continue to go through a lot. We're going to continue to grow. We're going to get better. I'm very excited for the next 4 years and what's going to happen, what we can do, and I know the town will persevere. I look forward to that. And to all the residents of Fairfield, final thank you to you. I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to be on the Board of Selectmen. I hope I made you all proud. Thank you.
Thank you. Certainly want to thank my two colleagues for serving together on this, and as Mr. Timiak pointed out, we certainly had some trials and tribulations as we went through that, but I think that we did our best to kind of keep things civil between us and certainly away from board meetings on that level. And Chris, I'm going to follow your lead and certainly thank my wife who jumped into this just, 18 months ago, and has been a big part of all of that, and including all the appointments and events that come along with this job. But going on, I'd like to take a moment and really thank everybody for the opportunity to serve for the past 8 years. I'm certainly sorry for the impact of the Julian Pyle-related issues on our residents and our community, but I'll always remember how we came together to overcome Storm Irene, Storm Sandy, the snowstorm Nemo. I'll remember how we came together in the aftermath of the Sandy Hook tragedy and worked to make our schools safer. I'll remember our Memorial Day parades, our 4th of July celebrations, and our very special 375th anniversary celebration. I've been privileged to meet and work with some wonderful people who volunteered, who served on boards and commissions, and also that very special group known as town employees, whose dedication and hard work too often goes unseen. Our police, our fire, our public works, our library, our parks and rec, our teachers, our administrators, and the staff at Board of Ed, and also all the other town staff that fill our offices and make this town work every day. A lot has been accomplished in the past 8 years, and there's a lot for all of us to be proud of. Our town has a solid foundation to face the challenges ahead and to take advantage of the opportunities available to us going forward. I want to thank everyone, elected, volunteer, or paid staff, who has helped our town achieve so much in the past. I want to congratulate all the newly elected officials who will lead us into the future. You need and you will have everyone's support. Fairfield is a very special place. We all need to work together. And lastly, just thank you for all the support in the last 8 years. And with that, may I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion.
A second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. One last unanimous vote. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.